respond to conflict in the same way each time? Have your responses become a habit that you no longer control? When we tame the wolf, we seek to regain control over our responses. Study this chart developed by Thomas and Kilman. On the horizontal axis, we chart satisfying the needs of the other party. On the vertical axis, we chart satisfying our own needs. When we avoid conflict, we do not satisfy the other party's needs, and we do not satisfy our own needs. When we are solely interested in satisfying the needs of the other party, we accommodate. When we are solely interested in satisfying our own needs, we compete. Sometimes one person's habitual response matches the habitual response of another. For example, a person who usually accommodates may form a relationship with someone who competes. In the long run, however, these relationships rarely bring happiness. Often people believe that mediation is an attempt to find a compromise. Part of my interests are satisfied and part are sacrificed. Part of the other party's interests are satisfied and part are sacrificed. But this is not the goal of mediation. In mediation, we seek to collaborate. We seek to satisfy the interests of both parties to the greatest extent possible. In the mediation literature, we find a good example of the difference between compromise and collaboration. In this story, two girls come to their mother with one orange between them. The mother, seeking to satisfy them both, cuts the orange in half, gives one half to each girl. This is compromise. In collaboration, she might have asked the girls, "Why do you want the orange?" One girl might have said, "I want the pulp, the inside, to make juice." The other girl may have wanted the rind for baking. She could have satisfied each of their interests 100%. In mediation, we seek to collaborate. We seek to maximize the satisfaction of both parties. Each of the responses on the chart may be appropriate in certain circumstances. It's important that we become flexible and able to respond in the appropriate manner in a certain circumstance. What is your common response to conflict? Are there times when that's not appropriate? When St. Francis mediated conflicts, he prayed and called upon God to intervene. We could call this divine collaboration. Reflect in your journal on the concept of divine collaboration. What would that mean to you? If you would like to contribute to peacemaking, please make a donation to Taming the Wolf Institute.